Darn it. Darn it. I can't even normally right now I'd be like making us be public, but I can't even do that.
Yeah.
And there's a weird constraint. Maybe it's different now. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday.
Good,
There's
guys.
a weird constraint on a business page where it's like you
With
can't share from a business feed. It's like I
let me
can
do
go out
this.
here under Best Damn Bookkeeping, and I can see us out here.
Oh,
Look at this.
look cool.
Look at these guys.
Let me do this first.
Bacon and welcome to Happy Hour, brought to you by Best Damn Bookkeeping. Hey, there we are. That's right. That's right.
Just in time, baby.
Mm-hmm. Nailed it. Let's see. I'm messing with my my Facebook stuff here. Let's see if I can share. I'm working on some things.
I'm looking for Dan Platt on Facebook and I can't find him.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look for Daniel. That's who you're gonna have to find. Let's see. I'm gonna do a shared gauntlet. Let's see if this works. I'm sharing to. I just shared it over to the Home Service Happy Hour other group. Jai and I we're gonna do some research today to figure out how to. Because now Facebook made it so you can't stream it to a group, but there's like some weird workarounds. And so I do have it going live in the group. I took it to the page, and then from the page you can go to the group, and then from the group you can put it to your personal feed. I just fooled Facebook.
I just shared Jai share from Click Call Sales, so now it's a triple share.
I tricked Facebook.
That's cool.
There we go. We're just doing the gauntlet. What's up, you guys? How's Vegas? How's Vegas doing?
It's hot. I learned something yesterday, though, because I
Just
made a
one thing?
comment.
You
I made
learned
a
just
co-
one thing.
Well, I learned a lot of things, but I made a comment about Vegas smelling like New Orleans.
Mhm.
And I didn't realize that Vegas has a 7 o'clock a.m. smell, and then like a 12 p.m. smell, and then obviously a 12 a.m. smell. But the 7 a.m. smell is pretty raunchy. Like it smells like regret and New Orleans. And then once the people get out and the sun's out, it actually
It
smells
burns
all
it
right.
off. Yeah, it burns off the stench, and then it settles back in like a fog. Back
Right,
over the city at night.
Yeah, so it's actually not as bad as I thought. So it's nice and sunny out. I don't know. It's probably like 200 degrees here.
Yeah. Uncomfortable.
I don't know.
Angela likes it.
Can you hear Angela? Do you have a microphone on your side? Can you
Yeah,
hear her?
I didn't hear her at all. I thought she was just getting really whispery. I thought she was just being really whispery.
I wonder if we could do. Let me see if we can do mic. Oh, hold on. Let me try
Microphone
something
from the
here.
laptop or from the phone. Yeah.
She's she's got to sit on the other side of you. Get it right up in there, Angela. Get right to this grill.
Yeah, but it's actually on the iPad microphone, but we have the AirPods in. Weird.
I don't know.
Well, here, do this.
Who knows? Yeah, you just rotate.
That worked?
I still hear JC. Angela, you say something now. Still can't really hear.
A little tinny. Yeah.
That was weird.
Still.
Weird.
No, it's like real. It's like in and out. I don't know if it's it could be like a it's trying to like compete with the other earbud or something.
Yeah, but I gave her the earbud that I had that you heard me perfectly on, and now you can hear me. I don't know. Oh well, let's get on with the show.
I don't know. We're just making show stuff happen over here. Technology. Who knows? We got a Wednesday show. I thought it is like go time in the springtime here. It's also like the heat of convention season. What show are you guys at right now? SolarCon. I was at CBF Live last week. And it's always funny. I'm sure, Angela, you run into this too, is like you go to a trade show and it's like fun and engaging and exciting. And then the next week is just like in a good way, then your next like 2 weeks are like called for. They just get so busy because everybody from the show wants to follow up with you. So I'm in that week, like post show, and a lot of times you get back from a trade show on a Saturday or Sunday, and so you don't get a weekend either. You like get back, and then you just have to hit the ground running again, and it's like you keep sprinting even though you're doing a marathon. JC, this is probably what you feel like in a triathlon. By the way, I had some good thoughts as to your Facebook post about should you be happy or should you be not happy. I have some really good thoughts for you. I thought about it while I was running today, thinking about my upcoming 10K that I got to do. But yeah, it's like you just keep going. You just do the business owner thing where you like put your head down and just keep working hard.
Yeah, you got to grind while it's going good because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. So,
especially this time of year, it's like the wheels are turning, getting it
Dan,
going.
what are you wearing there? I'm trying to figure out what your fashion is. Oh,
it's our
like a hoodie?
Yeah, it's a hoodie. It's like if I was here, let me take these off.
That's kind of cool.
So if I was a boxer, I would totally be like, over there about to get his ass kicked in the black trunks with the gold trim. It's that kind of hoodie.
I like it. I dig
it. True story. I forget if it was Conquer Summit or where we were, but I was wearing this out fishing and we caught a squid and it inked me. This mark is ink from a squid. No lie. Yeah, it's just that ain't ever coming off. Little fun fact for y'all. But I do want to do it's like that time to do some like industry updates. Before we get to that, JC, I guess I should ask you guys got to run at any point in time? Are you here for the whole show or what's your schedule?
Yeah, we got to bounce. They have Shark Tank. 3 of the sharks are here at 2:00. So, and then David Goggins is tonight at 5 or 6.
Oh, damn. That's like a real big show.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's about it, though. Like everything else throughout the day has been pretty dead. So,
yeah. And I'm not there. So,
yeah, nobody's serving beer and walking around with Fleshlight
with a cooler. Jerks.
It's
so here,
Vegas. So 8 a.m. So.
We heard like a third of what she said. I don't know why.
She said it is Vegas and the bars are open at 8:00 at the convention center. Thank you.
That's true. That is true. You got that going for you.
All right, you're gonna have to do sign language, and I'll be your interpreter. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. So for everybody listening, JC made a post triathlon, which you crushed. Took like second place that was your age group, right? You took second place and you placed in the teens for the entire thing.
So I was second out of 5 age group, 15 out of 140 for the overall, and 10 out of 77 for the men's.
Yeah, which is awesome, like super cool. But also, I was like thinking about your post, and I made a smart ass comment on your post. Like most of my comments on anybody's posts are just me being a goofball. But it did get me thinking, and I don't think there's a right answer to this, but this is my answer. Like this is the way I figured it out. Is nobody gives a shit, JC. No, I like mean that in the nicest way. Is we love JC. And if he took last place, we still love JC. And what we like about JC isn't that he took second place, in his age group or whatever. What we like about JC is that he likes to work his ass off, and he's a super good dad, and he's an awesome husband to Angela, and he posts funny content for us that we get to like chew on and have fun with. And once in a while, we get to go hunting and fishing with him, not nearly as much as we'd like, but like. The things we like about JC have nothing to do with how JC placed in that event. And it kind of got me thinking, Angela, I forget, I think the guy's name was like Van Deebs or something like that came to the event you guys did with James. And he had said a thing that like really resonated with me. When I'm in my happiest, I'm never comparing myself to somebody else, right? I'm just comparing myself to myself. And it's true. Like that comparison is like the thief of joy, because if you're worried about and I see it happen with my kids all the time. Even yesterday, Danny got this thing, so Reggie wanted it. I'm like, you just got to stop worrying about what other people have and what they're doing. It just doesn't matter at all. Like, do the best that you can do and have fun with what you're doing, right? And it got me thinking, that's the conundrum of athletics too, is it doesn't really matter what that other dude did, but by default, you're going to compare yourself to him because you're running with him and doing the thing with him, right? But like at the end of the day, again, we don't give a shit how you stacked up next to him. I don't know him. I don't give a fuck about that guy. Just give a fuck about JC, and did JC have fun? That's all that matters. Like,
it wasn't so much about what you thought about me as what, like, and I wish Michael was here, because that $1 million comment when I made $1 million in both the businesses, Michael's like, "Hey, dude, you're $1 million company." I was like, "Cool. Now what? Like, all right, what should I do? Like, where's the confetti? I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do."
yeah,
I guess I don't know. It's just the struggle is what's enough. And I know I should like slow down and celebrate wins, because that really is a fucking big win. Like,
yeah,
I could have came in dead last, but I came in second. And then I'm like, well, there's only 5 people. That guy beat me by 20 minutes. I'm like making all these excuses instead of like, dude, you fucking came in second place. Like, that's pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, and I think so. I think in the business sense too, it's not about the $1 million. It's about the journey to get there and what you learned, and like, did you have fun getting there? Because who gives a fuck about $1 million if it wasn't fun getting there, right? And so I think, and I think that's the challenge with goals is goals can start being deteriorating, right? They can start being this thing that we put out there and we create a course of misery, and we like try to take pride in it somehow. And I'm no like genius about it, but I have been on that side of it when we were at Blue Skies, and like it was kind of an ego and a pride thing. Now it's miserable. Like we're doing a bunch of cool stuff, and everybody's like, "Oh man, you guys are such a cool business, and you're so big, and you got so many employees." Yeah, so it sucks. I hate it, right? And so it's not about the $1 million, and it's not about the second place. It's just about Rob Anderson getting in here and having some fun. That's what it's about.
Speaking of sucks,
I have nothing to drink right now.
What?
Pretend to drink, but yeah, exactly.
What? But JC, I think that's the, like, to me, that's always the lesson with these things is it's not about the result. It's about the journey. Like, you enjoy getting up, working out, exercising, like it clears your mind. It makes you happy. And so whether you took second place or last place is more a function of who else showed up to the race, right? If a bunch of Olympians showed up, you would have taken dead last. That doesn't mean anything about your journey and like your happiness and your joy in it. And truly, and I think this is like the my takeaway for it is, if you're grinding so hard that you're not happy, it's actually everybody else around you that suffers the most, right? Then Angela has a husband that's not happy. Your kids have a dad that's not happy. Your customers and your employees have a boss that's not happy. And so like, if you, and we've all seen it with other business owners, right? They work so hard to hit these massive goals and massive levels, and then they get divorced and their kids don't like them. And like, they lost everything for a thing that none of us give a shit about. Right. Mm-hmm. And I've seen, my father-in-law a long time ago trained for a marathon. Neato. They almost got divorced because of it. Like, who gives a fuck about a marathon? Like, your kids don't care that you ran a marathon. Your spouse doesn't care that you ran a marathon. They just care that you're in a good mood and happy and supporting them. And that you're in shape and you get to hang out with them and do fun stuff. But I think as business owners, we all do have a little bit of like a tendency to push it too far, and a thing that we're trying to prove something to ourselves, and we kind of lose track of the thing that actually matters, which is, are we having fun with the people around us and making memories together? You guys do an awesome job of that. But I think your post made me think about that, because I've gotten better at it over the years, kind of just intentionally, but I don't know what the magic sauce is to it. But I do think it's an important thing of, what are we measuring ourselves against, and what does success look like? And I have found, and you probably can tell this from my restart and my rebranding, my success to me is, I want to do business with really fun people, and I want to go hunting and fishing a lot and do as much as I can with my family. And if the business is successful within that, awesome. If I get time to work out within that, awesome. Like, those things need to support everything that I do, but they aren't the thing that I focus on. It's not like the end result. It's the journey and making sure that we get to do cool shit along the way, and not just get to $1 million and go, well, now what? Right? Because then what? Like,
Well,
was
in
it
$1
fun?
million, everything happens there.
People like you more. People like you more when you do $1 million, Rob.
You get a
Everybody knows that.
plaque
Yeah.
at $1 million.
I think that's one thing that's, I see a big shift in business owners today compared to 5, 10 years ago and focus on fitness and health. Um, and also what you talked about, family and family being happy, just because, I think most business owners, men, entrepreneurs go out and say, I need to work 90 hours a week because my kids need this, because I'm doing this for my family. But when they don't see you, like, what are you really doing besides creating pain and like separation? And I always tell a story about the day we're out on the beach. This was like many, many years ago. We're on a friggin' boat in the ocean, hanging out with friends. I had to leave at 2 o'clock to go do an estimate. And my kids are like, Dad, you work too much. And here I am, like, we're on a boat, you little bastards. Like, you should be loving life right now. I'm doing this for you. But really, they just wanted to spend time with me, not me go do more work to give them the things I thought they wanted. So I think understanding that mindset, and if you do it early in your entrepreneurial career and create that balance, instead of working 90 hours, work 70 hours, and figure that out, because you can't get that time back. You can't go back 4 years and get that first birthday, the first tooth, the first dance, all that stuff. You can't get that back, but you can get another customer tomorrow.
Yep. That was to exactly that point. That was when it like really smacked me in the face, is when I was running all those businesses at Blue Skies, and we had started the bookkeeping and the recruiting. So then I was traveling for trade shows and the BBB stuff we were doing. And I had all these locations. And I remember, I think we had a BBB followed by a trade show the next week. And while I was at BBB, my manager in St. Louis put in her 2-week notice. And it was a good thing. Like, she was pursuing her dream job. It was the thing we wanted her to like support her to do. But I still had to fly to St. Louis that next week. So I was gone 3 weeks in a row. And that third week, Reggie turned 4 and I missed her birthday party. Like, and all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, my kids don't care about all this cool stuff that I'm out doing. They just care, is Dad around? And Dad was just gone 3 weeks in a row and missed a birthday party. And I was like, I'm burning it all down. It's like sometimes we got to take it like way too far before it smacks us in the face. And I think that was a good reminder for me of, why the hell am I doing all this shit?
Yeah. Yeah, Rob, you did a good job with the family too. And Joe Devinow, he's another one. It's kind of the same mindset of you, Dan. Like, I want to hunt and fish and have a business second. And he does a really good job of keeping those things so he can enjoy time with the family and do the things that he loves doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even to this extent, we booked a trip to go out and hang out with Rob with our whole family this summer. Same thing. It's like, I mean, we can do business and we can have fun together, but Rob and I have been talking about it for like 3 years. And finally it's like, we just got to stop talking about it. And we got to book these flights and get this Airbnb reserved and like come and hang out, and we'll figure the rest out later. But like, the kids just keep getting older, right? And the years slip by. Similarly, Marty and I had this conversation with our financial advisor, because her and I live separate lives right now. I joke all the time. Our kids probably think we're divorced. We live in the same house, but our kids are probably like, oh, it's my week with Dad. It's my week with Mom. She's been traveling so much. It's like, it's one or the other at home. And so we had this, like, what are we doing? Like, what's it all for? Marty does really well. She makes a lot of money, but so like, do we have enough to, and like, we both are kind of savers and not really spenders. And so it's like, we're fine. Well, are we, to what you said earlier, JC, is like, is the point to go like work up the corporate ladder to make more money so our kids are happier, or so our family's happier? Like, and are they gonna be? I don't think so. Yeah, it's like, it's a story we tell ourselves. So we had the like really intentional conversation about, when do we get to bring Marty into this business so that we're living the same life, supporting the same journey, and having fun together. I know Matt Matheson is in for the hunting and fishing. I know that.
Oh yeah.
When's our pig hunting trip? You just tell me, Matt. I will get that calendar cleared up. I still have yet to kill a hog, Matt. You got to pop my cherry, bud.
I spent $4,000 on a rifle and never shot a round.
Yeah. I shot a cooter and a possum. I got
We had a good time though.
Yeah, which is what it's about. The pig would be a bonus, but yeah, Matt, you just tell me, man. What I want to know, Matt, is, when are they best eaten? Probably like
Hmm.
late winter, I would think would be the best time to get them. I don't know when are they the tastiest. That's when I want to get them. That's what I'm all about.
Probably more the age than the time of year.
Yeah, agent. But like fish time of year matters based on like the temperature of the water and stuff like that. So if there's anything going on, he does all the time. But you're cleaning them. I will. I'll butcher Dan. I'll get up in there and butcher him up. Rob, how's the spring going for you so far? What's it looking like for clean power wash?
It's man, we're still too slow, is what I'll say. And it's feast or famine with both employees and with work. So like Monday we have 6 employees and 2 are out. I started messaging you, JC. We had 2 people out with one with bowel and one was shitting, one was puking. The guy who was puking like showed up to work. They drove to the gas station. He's puking. They come back. We're like, we'll clock you out. Don't come in the building. Like I'm not much of a jerk person, but it's like if you're puking on yourself, like in the car going at thing, and another guy with legal stuff, and another guy something going on. It's like cool. So I'm gonna go wash a house and clean gutters today. Clean my own house or my old house. The gutters. So that was a little fun memory trip. But
you just send them to the front of the fish house when somebody's doing that kind of thing. You get
exactly. Yeah, tell them guys, I still stuck through it and managed to throw my poop outside. No, it's we're moving some stuff in the right direction. It's just been a colder and longer winter than we've had in a long time, which certainly impacts stuff. And then just we're trying to not refinance, but we're trying to get a loan on one of the buildings that we built. They kind of said like, hey, we can't finance the construction. I'm like, well, I'm going to build it. And now that there's an asset, could you guys go ahead and like, we can do a term loan on that? Because that was a lot of our cash.
Yeah.
So
are you feeling like it's slow economically or just slow temperature wise? Like you said, seasonality wise, or just slow because
temperature wise is definitely it's screwing with people's head, screwing with my head. Like I'm literally like seeing people posting pictures for prom, and I'm like, it's December right now. Like, what are you talking about? Prom isn't like warm weather, and then it's like, yeah, Rob, it's April. It's April. My daughter got snow at Frostburg last weekend. Like, it's been, we actually had to put the trucks inside 2 days last week because it was below freezing at night, and it's like, what in the world?
Huh.
Like it being like 40 degrees is one thing, but it being below freezing is just absurd. So I really do think that it's just kind of it's screwing with people's heads. And then like March we're probably $40,000 or $50,000 behind where we would normally be this time of year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we're not breaking no records this year, but we dialed back and we only have 1 crew running right now, and it's very consistent. And I'm happy, they're happy, and they're about 2 weeks out right now. And per truck revenue compared to last year right now, I mean, we're far ahead on that end of the spectrum. But overall, monthly, we're definitely far behind. And it's a combination of, one, the weather. It's been freaking crazy, too. I mean, we had 40s last week. And 2, just, economy. 2025 is not off to the start that most people thought it'd be. And just there's probably 2 or 3 times more freaking companies than there were the last 3 years. So,
yeah, we haven't really seen that side of it, but definitely JC, the whole thing on cruise wise, it's like we ran a 2-man crew and 2 solos on Monday. And then Tuesday comes and I've got 6 guys here and we're trying to then split these jobs up. But it's like, in order to have enough people to do the jobs on Monday, we have to have all these people. And then today we were a little slower and we got guys like, we're still with this shop. It's like, all right, so guys, we need some people to take care of some painting. We got some truck maintenance. We've got cutting the grass outside. Like there's a lot of tasks that I keep trying to tell them, like, I'll go paint. I'll go and redo the plumbing for our spigots and whatnot. But then that stops me from working on the estimates and these other proposals and the unsolicited stuff that we've got. And it's just trying to like explain that, like, guys, I'm not making you do this because I don't want to. It's because it's not the best use of.
Yeah, I need to go grow this business so that you
Yeah.
don't have to do this.
Yeah, exactly. And in the meantime, be happy that there's work for you to do today instead of being like, hey man, I can't use you today. You know,
Yeah.
like that's the challenge.
Yeah. It is weird too, because I feel like we've had, and I'm only just speaking for, the Midwest here, but we've had an early start. We didn't have a lot of snow in a lot of places. So our season like kicked off early. And I mean, it was like 70 here this weekend. And then we got snow. And so we just keep getting these like big swings. And I think the big swings even make it worse in a way. It's like, yeah, we can get out, but then 2 days later we can't. And it creates another level of uncertainty. And you layer that on top of the economic uncertainty of are we doing tariffs? Are we not doing tariffs? How bad are the tariffs? What's everybody think about the tariffs? And it's just this whipsaw that nobody quite knows. And when people don't know, they don't decide.
Well, it's just like back when the election happened. I mean, and JC, I mean, I think you guys saw the same thing with Christmas lights. Like everybody was like, and then all of a sudden, like the election happened, and then people started just approving proposals left and right because it was like, all right, we finally know which direction we're going, and like it definitely pushed back, and then it was like, shooting off dynamite and stuff was going all over the place.
Yeah, people just want to know. They want certainty. That's why I always say,
what beer are you all drinking?
I got me a whiskey Coke. What are you guys drinking over there?
Some IPA and a Modelo.
I do need to publicly apologize to Dan.
He's beating me.
I cheated on him. I had a Busch Light without him.
What?
I was at a kid's birthday party and I was like, "Oh, Busch Light.
I know this.
Make these outside of the fish house."
I need to go get some Busch Lights. I just realized my beer fridge is empty.
Yeah.
Hence a little whiskey and Coke here. Yeah, it's like I think I have one light beer left in there, so I gotta load up, which my kids will appreciate because every time we go to the liquor store at Cub Foods, they always get a Dum Dum sucker, so they'll be pumped that I need to make a stop. I think to the uncertainty thing, my favorite quote that I came up with is I'd rather what is it? I won't even get my own quote right, but effectively you can't make a decision with like a percentage off, right? Here's the quote. I'd rather have a price with no deal than a deal with no price. Because if you give me a deal, but I don't know what the price is, right? 10% off, 20% off, 50% off of what? It's not useful. Like it doesn't create an action because there's still an unknown versus if you say the price is $400, it can be marked up $50, but people are way more likely to decide if they have a firm thing to make a decision with than if they just get a deal but have no idea what they're actually signing up for. And it always just goes back to the certainty. It's like we just want to know, just like set a good expectation so I know what I'm getting myself into, and then I can make a decision. But I can't make a decision with the unknowns. And I think that's what's happening in the economy for the last 2 years. We all thought it was going to get better, but Trump is moving so fast, nobody really knows. And so it's just, for now, it's just creating uncertainty, which causes people to not take action because they don't want to take action in a world that they don't know. So they get lethargic. What I have seen, I heard Angela say what I thought was agreed. That's what I think she said. Did I get it? Yeah,
that should be the game today. Guess what Angela said.
Guess what Angela said. I wasn't sure if you guys were going to come on. I was all ready to get some Prices Right going, but I didn't know if we were going to have enough people, so I didn't dial up any Prices Right today. I figured we'd actually talk about business stuff. I thought that. And Angela, this is mostly for you. I think it'd be cool to once a month. This is going to be a new segment or just a new like once a month thing that we would. And Angela, I think actually you and I had talked about this before we even restarted the show. I remember being in an airport and talking about the new show and the new launch and the whatever. I think it'd be super fun to do a show where we invite our clients to come on, and you don't get to come on unless you're a client of one of us, but then you get to be on the show and it's like, you can ask whatever, right? And we can work on your business or work on your stuff. but you have to be a client of one of like the partner businesses. Because I've always thought about doing that as like a CFO service. Like you can book an hour with me and I'm going to bill you. But if we can do it live and create some content and have some fun with it, like not every person's going to want to join in on that. But I think that's a cool way to like add value to our clients and actually work on their business instead of talking in broad levels. So thinking we should
I like it. I like
do
that.
Like a once a month, and everybody just
To
kind
give you a thumbs up.
Yeah. Like a once a month, everybody jump on. It just goes to unique genius clients, best damn bookkeeping clients, so forth. Speaking of that though, how did I got to be on like the big reveal for a little bit, obviously, and then I got to see Josh, I got to see Kurt, and then I had to run. How did the big reveal go for you guys?
It was great. I mean, it was, Angela and her team put a ton of work leading up into it with all the vendors that contributed to it, the speakers, and 3 hours is a lot. What was that?
Sent out a ton of mugs.
She was doing this. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, whoa, easy now. Speaking of that, now that I remembered these, oh shit, I just touched my screen. Oh, still got some snackies here, and sounds cool. Right. I forgot those were behind my monitor, so I'm gonna have one of these pieces of chocolate while you're telling me all about it.
Yeah, but 3 hours. I lost my voice there. 3 hours is a lot to be live nonstop, and by the time it was done, we're like, what the hell just happened? Like it flew, and Josh Latimer kicked it off and talked about frap and I forget the FOPO. And it was just 10 minutes of I actually took notes of the stuff that he was saying. So he brought some great energy. Then we had you jumped on, and I think who else jumped on in between you and
Kurt.
So yeah, this was hilarious. I saw Josh go, and I knew like when I was supposed to go on. And it was right around when Josh was finishing up, and I worked out. I ran in my room, showered. Literally, I was standing in the shower watching the show. I was like, "Man, I hope I don't end up going live." And then got in front of the computer.
Not touching yourself, right?
I mean, you have to scrub. I was all sweaty. Like, but so I'm trying to make sure you don't call me in, and I'm like, "Oh shit." And so then I'm like back in front of the computer, and you're like, and our first guest, and then so I'm like, I think it's me because I didn't know who else was on. I just figured like this is the timing. So I'm in my little window down here behind the scenes, like making faces, doing things, and you're like, we got Kurt coming on. I was like, oh man, I feel like such a dummy. I got sitting in the background just doing stupid shit, and I was like, I wish people could have seen that because then my face was just like, oh. Like I thought I was going on, but it wasn't.
So Angela, your team needs to find that footage.
Yeah, we need a screenshot. They froze up now. We lost them.
They have frozen. They're switching over to margaritas now.
I was expecting them to say a smart ass comment about it. Like, yeah, we saw you.
Well, Angela is saying that we just don't know what she's saying. They're gone.
Either their phone died.
Yeah.
That looked like a phone died situation. That's what I'm calling.
Probably iPhones.
Those damn iPhones, man.
Damn iPhones. Yeah.
Did you? So one of the things I was gonna say, Rob, was I do see this year, just like the labor pool, recruiting's easier. There's more talent out there in general, and that tends to go when you find like harder economic times from a sales perspective. Naturally, you find better economic times from a recruiting perspective. Have you seen that? Are you finding better dudes easier?
I don't know necessarily. I say with using Hire Bus, I know that they're filtering way more people, and also we left our Indeed budget on too long during tight months.
Yeah.
Because I realized, oh sweet, so we're paying a whole lot of extra money to spend a lot of money doing all the phone interviews, all the things. I'd say I think we do have some better people right now than we've had in the past. We've also, as usual, it's like everything's great, and then it's like, oh, so you were driving on a suspended license. Got it.
Oh yeah,
that was fun.
What didn't you?
I ended up on the truck on Friday to do a wash because of that, so that was fun.
The old surprise suspended license.
Yeah. Ooh, they're coming back.
They're back now.
And I gotta.
That's what it was always.
Oh man, look at that amazing iPhone quality.
Oh, not back
I
long.
got the shot in now.
Yeah, you got the jab in. I don't know if they heard it though.
Yeah. Dude, I can switch on to mobile, but you know how bad it is when I switch on to mobile. I got to go to soccer when dude, this is where like as you're saying with the busyness, like have the company, and then I've got to go, I'm leaving to help coach soccer. And then after that, we got a soccer draft for my other son's team. And then I forget what we got going on. What's going on tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow night we're cleaning the food bank. That's going to be an interesting. I'll have some fun stories to tell there.
You're cleaning the food bank?
Yeah, we're going to do some drain cleaning, some in floor drains. So we're hoping right now nobody knows where these drains come out. Nobody, but there's a situation that we're trying to clean up and address. And I won't say anymore because we haven't finished doing it.
Yeah,
we're hoping to resolve some issues for them, and that honestly, I'll say this with walking around there, like you would think with a project like that, what was cool to go into there and see everybody being busy, everybody being productive in an environment where with a lot of times with warehouses and like moving a pallet of this and that, like without forklifts and all, like, there's usually a couple people milking the clock. And like, I watched a solid 8 or 9 people, like all walking with purpose, all being productive. And actually one of the girls who worked for us as a tech last summer is working over there and came out, said hey, and things are working out great for her. And it was good to see like a solid crew of people. And like obviously a food bank thing, you're not necessarily making great money, but obviously it's a bit of a ministry. You're making a big impact for other people and stuff. So
yeah.
Who's on tonight?
Robert Kiefer from Kongify. They're a branding company. So
Okay.
They do designs and wraps. They do a lot in the trades and like plumbing and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So he's on tonight just doing just all things branding.
Gotcha.
So we'll see. I kind of want to have him do a best damn bookkeeping branding breakdown, like live criticisms on my branding, because I think it turned out good, but I'm a bookkeeping guy. I didn't think that much about branding. I was like, yeah, I need a logo to put on a website and on a koozie and just make it look cool, and that's it.
But I think that's your goal with your branding, and also like is so different than like stereotypical accountant bookkeeping company. Like there's fun stuff that I'll say when we're drinking.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get on there tonight. We'll see, because I'll have been going, like we'll have dinner with the family at Chipotle, and then I gotta give Seth to Tori and then go back to the soccer fields for more stuff. So it's gonna be
coaching. You coaching it up?
Yeah, I gotta coach at 5:30 to 7, get dinner, and then go draft the soccer team, and then head home, and then probably pop on with you for a bit. But Will and Tori are now they're watching all of Lost. So,
oh damn.
Yeah. I'm like, all right. I keep popping in. I'm like, I want to ask, has this happened? But then if it hasn't happened, then I'm ruining what's happening.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. You don't want to front run them. You don't want to foreshadow. I get it.
Do you want me to hop on mobile, or are you gonna just monologue the rest of the way?
Well, Jai and I we were gonna try to figure out a streaming to a group thing. That was what we were gonna do, but then you guys all jumped on, so we didn't even deal with it. We're gonna like live show people how the show is made, trying to figure out how to trick Facebook. Which I thought I tricked it. And Jai, I saw your post about getting the live stream public, but it wouldn't and I shared it, but it still doesn't seem to. It doesn't flow through the different shares as I hoped it would.
It's fine.
Dude,
it's fine though.
I'm looking up one. So I got an interview tomorrow, and I always try to go through and we Facebook stalk people, get a little bit of insight about them.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy shared this post for the Blue Origins flight. My dad got to watch Armstrong walk on the moon. I get to watch the guy who killed bookstores ride a dick into space. I just always see that, like his stuff, and then all the Austin Powers is like Dr. Evil. It's a gigantic,
yeah.
that entire line of stuff it's so great.
That's epic. That's all best of all time. For some reason I was thinking about Austin Powers the other day. We were in like a small tunnel and we were laughing about like the back and forth move. And I was like, man, could they even come out with another Austin Powers now? Like,
I mean, Mike Myers is down to insult anybody.
Yeah, it's like it's never. I feel like that character. It's never a bad time to. Versus like, there's other movies where like making a second one or a third one just doesn't have the same mojo. But that one's just so perfectly made to put in another context as he evolves. It'd be fun to see an old Austin Powers and tell that story. I think there's something there, and I think Mike would crush it.
I miss Fanga. He's my shout out. All right, guys.
See you, Rob.
See you, Rob.
All right, Jai. We're gonna figure this out. Here. It's funny. I can see us. So I shared. If you're just joining us, we're trying to figure out how to trick Facebook and get this thing to flow through.
So what I do? What
did you do?
What I do is I just, we're streaming on our pages, right? The best damn bookkeeping page.
We're there.
I'll just share that to the home service happy hour pages. That's what I do.
I went to the group. I shared it to the group, but I don't see it in there. And then I tried to share the group to my personal, but it didn't like flow through. It mentions that I did, but then I just have to click view post, like it won't actually show us live. And I just this one from JC said, sorry, Angela's phone overheated. Sounds a lot like her camera in her office. I think Angela's just
needs an ice pack.
Angela's put an ice pack on her phone. She's always overheating, man. It's just what she does.
Well, granted, it's kind of sunny out there. Oh,
it is. It is
at Vegas, right?
They're out in Vegas. I get the overheat.
Yeah. So that's what we do here.
Out. All right, I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna rerun. I'm gonna rerun this now that we got it flying here. So we're live on Best Damn Bookkeeping. If you didn't know, we're live on Best Damn Bookkeeping. I'm gonna share it again to. Oh, now it'll let me share it to the feed. I'm gonna type some stuff live home.
Yep.
Let me see if I can even tag our group live at home service happy. No, not that live at home service happy hour podcast. Share now. Before it wouldn't let me share, so I don't know if you change the status or if it's a status thing that I can change. But before it wouldn't let me do a share from the business page to my personal page. Like I've tried to do it in the past, but it didn't like it.
Let's see if you're part of the group though. Maybe it reverted you to not being a member again because Facebook tried to lock you out of the.
All right. Well, here we go. Now I see Best Damn Bookkeeping in our group page. And if I share it from there to the personal.
Pending posts.
Check.
There's a lot of pending posts.
Check. Oh, and the home service happy hour?
Yeah.
Is there I don't see a status in there of whether it's public or not public. So I just shared that back. I'm just trying to figure out if it'll show up.
Well, granted, we have two what you call this Facebook group. One is public and one is private. So,
and I did just for whatever reason now. I wonder if when you're live in a page, it needs to be live for a certain amount of time. Because now I was able to go into the Best Damn Bookkeeping page share it to my personal.
Yeah.
And now it's actually like on my personal versus
that's nice.
so like yeah,
It's
look at this.
because
But if I do at the top where it won't zoom in, so like it'll show home service happy hour group, and then it just says we're live. Like I just shared that one.
Yeah.
But now
see the
it's letting me-
logos underneath. See the logos underneath your name, like highlighting a person, like 2 heads right there. It means that you're sharing it only to your friends.
I did change it to public now though. For
Okay,
that post.
that's fine. Okay, should be fixed though.
But I didn't know that's what that meant, but now I see what you mean about that.
Yep.
All right, let me see. Now, okay. I just did the old pull down refresh. Now it's
Yeah.
totally public.
It's good. Nice. Let me
But
see
funny,
if
it's
can
like when I
see.
share from when I share from the group. So like when I shared from home service happy hour, it just gives me come on, camera, find it.
There.
It doesn't actually
Nice.
like show the video when I share from the business page. Now it actually has the video. There we go. But when I share from the group, it just has like the copy, but it doesn't actually have the video. Here we got the video.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I don't think I learned anything about how to do this. Here, let me show you this. Let me show you this, Jai. If I go to StreamYard, and I'm just gonna just do a little screen share. Just gonna do a little screen share. So we got destinations here, and if I go to add destination, it says like Facebook group, right? And so we used to, when we made the show, we used to always go right to the home service happy hour group. And so it says you can either stream to a Facebook page or profile, which we are, or connect to an already created stream in the group. So you can create a live stream in your Facebook group and then manually connect it to StreamYard. And I'm like, that we could do that. I don't know how to manually connect it to StreamYard. So I think we should try it on the fly because that's fun. So
okay.
Let's
see.
I got a Facebook window open here. Here we go.
I'm gonna be jumping on the home service happy hour page, the public one.
We're
Let's
live
see
multiple
what
times out here already. So I don't know how
Live
we would go
video.
live again.
Oh, I see. Go live. Okay.
Here, I'm trying it. What does this mean? It's like not.
Your profile is not yet 2 months old. So that's the one we're waiting for.
Yeah, but I'm in the group.
Yeah, but you have to satisfy the first condition first. Your profile is not at least.
That's what it is.
60. Yeah,
and that's
what
why it won't let me go. That's why it won't let me
Yeah.
stream to my
Let me show
personal
you
pages.
let me show you.
Yeah,
what I
you
see.
show and tell. This is the live show and tell segment. Everybody, here we go. That explains
How do
it. Though.
you do this?
I did have I had a guy reach out to me who's been on our show before, and he was interested in sponsoring the podcast. And he's a super good dude. And actually, he had way back in the day, he had our most viewed episode ever. When we were just doing it live. This is before I think you and I were working together before we had a podcast. I mean, we had, I don't know, 3,000-4,000 like live views. And I took it down because Bobby, who's like a hilarious buddy of mine, like did a porno reference thing, and it was like, oh man, I just got to take this thing down. It's just inappropriate, which I love inappropriate. It was hilarious, but it was inappropriate. And, so we took her down. But yeah, so he had reached out to me today, and I was like, well, don't sponsor until we can actually like get back to like being fully live. Like, I don't want you to pay for something we can't like get it out to enough places.
True.
But yeah, he'd be fun to. And I think the one thing that Service Monster didn't do that kind of bothered me is when they sponsored the show, I invited them multiple times to jump on, and I was like, look, if you sponsor the show, you need to be engaged in the show, right? Like, you need to be relevant to the audience. It can't just be me talking about the thing. Like that'll create some awareness, but
Yeah.
people want to see you, hear from you, engage with you. That's why like Michael and Shawn and Angela, they don't pay to sponsor the show. They just give their time, but that's more valuable than the money. Like they will get more
True.
out of it.
Yeah.
So I think, which is a business lesson for all y'all, is
Free marketing. Yeah.
yeah, just
'Cause
awareness.
yeah,
Don't just pay
you have
for
to.
it. Do it.
I don't know if people understand this, but that's why social media is there. You need to. This is what Michael tells us. You need to maximize this free digital real estate for your
Mhm.
business. You should be out there, like marketing your business, like because if you're the face of your business and people don't see you, then
It's gonna be hard
you're
to
missing out.
sell
Yeah,
some shit.
yeah.
I love that. So weird. I heard a voice in my pocket and I recognized it. Lo and behold, it was you. That's
What's
the
up?
best. It's just, I mean, your phone just knew what to click on inside your pocket is what it was. I think that's Michael. That's
So
freaking
yeah,
bad.
this is what my screen is showing us on
Yeah,
Facebook. Let me try it and press the go live button.
Oh, well, it'll let
See what
you go
it'll do.
live in home service happy hour?
Yeah,
Dang.
streaming software. So you have to set it up. So I have to set it up. Okay.
We got that. We can handle that. We'll figure that out.
Okay.
Michael says he's out playing golf and his phone just turned it on. Hey,
Nice.
you can watch anywhere. I'm going golfing Friday, actually. First time of the year. I
Wow.
have a golf trip with some college buddies coming up in May, but it's like we're golfing a lot. And I was like, shit, I gotta get I need to at least get out golfing once before we're golfing like 36 holes a day, or my muscles won't know what to do or won't have the stamina for it, and my hands will just turn into freaking blisters. So I gotta get a few rounds in before I play like 6 rounds in 2 days.
Man, stop sharing my screen. Because I need to figure this thing out
You got work to do. You got stuff to
first.
figure out.
Yeah.
Michael said, "What's the topic?" I'll listen to it anyway. Now the topic is just Jai and Dan trying to figure out different ways to stream to different places. We're doing like a little social media, how to use it live while we try to figure out how to use it better.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm used to streaming. I'm used to live streaming stuff like video games and other stuff. I don't use StreamYard for that. I just use your typical OBS. So, but
OBS, what the hell's that?
open broadcast software. So
Okay.
that's the thing I use. That's the thing Michael uses when he records his YouTube stuff. So
Is that
Michael Gregory.
yeah,
It's a software
what
for your computer.
is it like? Is OBS the name of it? Or is that
Yeah,
just
it's the name. It's the
okay.
name of it.
How does it
OBS, open
compare?
broadcast.
Is it better than StreamYard? Is it different than StreamYard? Is it the same type of thing?
Streamer is much more user friendly for people like us, people like you. But if you really want
What's
to,
that supposed to mean?
I mean, if you're not technologically,
Technology deficient. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. But if you don't want to double with setting up your uh stream manually, you can just use StreamYard. But if you're like you want to put some graphics and stuff, like moving graphics and all, like notifications and stuff, chat moving in your screen, you use the professional thing, the
Yeah.
OBS stuff.
All
Yeah,
right. I got you.
so
I got
that's
you.
what I use. But
Michael,
StreamYard is nice.
Michael says, man, I just got my first hole in one, just started last year. Now you got to be careful, Michael, because a hole in one is a lot like a blind squirrel finding a nut, the score is the thing that matters. I got a hole in one when I was like 10, and I think I shot like double bogey golf that day. So I've been there. kind of surprises me. I've holed some shots from out in the fairway and eagled some holes, but I haven't gotten another hole in one since then. So will help people like me. I don't know. I don't know if we can even help you. I don't even know. Maybe, but we're just making the sausage over here, having fun doing it.
Yep.
We talked a little bit about springtime and the spring being a little choppier than prior springs, just with the economic uncertainty and a lot of volatile weather across the country in different areas. So it makes the exterior folks a little choppy. But I work with a lot of maid service companies too, and that is more predictable. Like January and February for most of the country, besides like way south. For most of the country in maid service, January and February, super slow, like not a lot of new clients. Just like sales are hard to come by. Cleaners are calling in sick. It's a tough time for recurring service business. And then like March hits and there's just something about the days getting longer and more vitamin D and people are happier and the phone just starts ringing. And so I talked to last week, I was at a maid service convention. I talked to a lot of those folks and it was generally upbeat, positive, going well, which tells me even with the economic uncertainty right now, like maid service is not a necessity, right? And so there's still plenty of people out there willing to buy if maid service companies are doing well. They might just be a little more price shoppy, right? When times are uncertain, people are a little more lethargic, but we're not in like a recession or anything that would cause people to be canceling those services or not looking for those services. And I've seen the same in bookkeeping. Granted, I'm working with business owners. And so sometimes when things are getting worse for them, they're more likely to hire me because I can help them figure out what's happening and what to do about it. But we haven't slowed down at all. We're as fast can be. So, I'm talking to all of them. Right. So I think we all get in our own heads about the immediate experience we're having. And I think to what Rob was saying is he's like, it's slower right now. We didn't get to it, but like the next step for Rob is it just means it's going to get faster later, right? Like the work's going to be there. It's just going to have to get done in a more compact period of time based on the weather. Michael says, my leads are killing it. Hired an extra guy working nights, working at 6 today and last night till 9. Yeah. It's
Wow.
When it goes, it's just tips. And I'm seeing a lot of that with our.
I want to ask you something, Dan. What's your prediction for home services like right now in the current economic situation there in the US?
I mean, it just doesn't. It's not going to go away, right? There's certain pieces of different home service industries that are a little bit more recession proof and ones that are more recession susceptible, if you will. But it's just the competition is good. JC complained about like more people in his location, and we're always going to have that. We're always going to have the ups and downs, right? There's going to be new people, and then a year later, there's going to be a bunch of equipment that floods the market because half of them are going to go out of business. Most won't make it. And if anything, it just forces you to get better, and you want good competition. So those are like temporary things where, they might scoop up some lead flow, but those clients are going to be back in the pool of people that need work done in the next year because most of those guys are going to go out of business and abandon their stuff, and you're going to pick up some equipment for cheap. And so it's a home service business. You just got to make sure you don't overreact. Like times will get tough. The market will get tight momentarily. And that's when you should be most opportunistic, right? If other people are having a hard time, then maybe don't worry about your Google ads. Maybe go look at buying businesses. It's just client acquisition. You can pay Google or you can buy out somebody's business that's looking to exit. So there's always tons of opportunity. I think if you're super narrow-minded and you just have your head down and you're playing scared, then it's always going to be tough. Like you're always going to be a glass half empty, but the market is there, right? The homeowners are there, the properties are there. They need the things that we have, and eventually the work needs to get done. And that's it. So you can look at what the stock market is doing and you can like worry all you want.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like you can't control it. And Michael talks about this a lot, which is like you're just playing a game. right? And so the rules of the game might change here and there, and taxes can go up and taxes can go down, and tariffs can go up and tariffs will go down, but the playing field is the exact same, right? And so the person that's going to win is who plays the game and who doesn't worry about the rules changing, who just adapts to them and says, well, these are the rules, and so we'll play by them, and I'm going to beat you at it, right? So like, it's just not good or bad. It just doesn't matter. Like, just keep playing the game and have fun. Like, and that was my message to JC was like, it just doesn't matter. Are you having fun? Right? Because if you're having fun, there's a really good chance the people around you are having fun, and that's what life is all about. So don't get caught up in what was your place and did you work hard enough. Like, the past is the past. It's done. Who gives a shit? Did you have fun? Did you enjoy the process? Are you healthy? Are you happy? Are the people around you happy? Keep doing it. Do more. Like, stay in that zone. So, which is easy to say, hard to do, because emotions and people and things happen in the world. But I was just trying to get back to that. It's like, could I exercise more and have a six pack? Yep. Is that gonna, I definitely could. Is it gonna make the people around me happier? I don't know. I want to be in shape. I enjoy. Is it gonna make me happier? Not a ton. Right? Like, I want to be in shape. I went for a 4.5 mile run today. Is getting ripped and cut gonna make me happier? No, I just don't think it is. I try to not, like, this is going to sound funny, but I try not to set like the extremes of goals, because people get there and then do what JC said when they hit $1 million, is they get to this extreme and then they go, well, now what? Right?
Now
Is
what?
it sustainable?
next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many relationships did you forego, and how much fun did you not have because you were too busy doing something that wasn't even fun? Right. And it's like, there's a sweet spot in there, and it's different for everybody. There's no right answer, but it's like, are you fun? Are you having happy? Are you happy? Are you having fun? Are you positively impacting the people around you? Are your kids loving you? Is your wife loving you? Is your spouse loving you? Are your employees loving you? Are your customers loving you? If so, you're doing something right. You definitely want to be healthy so you can do it for a long time. And being healthy is a ton of fun, right? But if it starts, I had a problem. I used to run a lot, and I would like time myself, and I really paid attention to it, and I beat myself up over it. And then all of a sudden I realized, like, oh, nobody gives a shit how fast I can run a 5K. It's literally the most irrelevant thing in the world. Nobody cares, right? And then I was like, well, so why do I care? Who am I racing, right? I'm going for a run because I like being outside. I like moving my body. I like the sweating and burning it out and just being outside and clearing my head. So does it matter if I run a 7-minute mile or an 8-minute mile or a 9-minute mile? Not really, unless I got to get back for a meeting. That's actually when it does matter. Like today, I was like, shit, I better like speed up a little bit. I got this call I got to get on.
Gotta go fast. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time it matters. That's the only time my speed matters. Otherwise, it's like, man, I should slow down and enjoy this more. Right? I'm out here running.
Yeah.
I'm out here doing the thing. I don't need to take second place in a triathlon, but I do think a triathlon would be fun. I think I should sign up for one.
Man,
it's the swimming.
hard.
It's the swimming that kicks my ass. The swimming kicks my ass, man. I sink like
I don't
a
know how
rock.
JC does it. It's tough. Yeah.
It's tough. He's
triathlon
tough.
is
He's a tough mofo. Dude's a tough mofo.
Yeah.
And I think like the tougher you are, the harder it is for you to enjoy just being happy. Because you do feel like you have somebody to impress and somebody to prove it to. And again, like the only people you have to impress are your friends, your spouse, your kids. And they don't give a shit if you have a 6-pack. Like they just don't, right? It's like, cool, good for you, but like your ego will only take you so far. Nobody cares. Are you happy?
I agree.
Right?
That's the most important thing. Are you happy? Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're happy, there's a good chance you're making people around you happy, and that's what it's all about.
True.
I'm gonna end with that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, do we have some music? You want to play us out? Should we play out some music? Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what do we do now? I was like, what do we do now? Should we just shut her down? I've got I think Rob asked the question earlier, but I've got Kiefer. His name is Robert Kiefer, but I don't know that it took me a while to figure out. Like even his email is just Kiefer. Like it's not Robert. I think he just goes by his last name. So I like typed up the intro and I wrote Kiefer and I was like, man, it feels like I don't know him well enough to just call him by his last name yet. So I wrote Robert Kiefer in the little write-up thing that I did. But I'm going to call him Kiefer because it seems like that's what everybody calls him. So I'm going to call him that. I haven't met him before. Hanging out with him on the podcast tonight, but he's a branding nerd. He's got some cool branding stuff. And I think I get a lot of compliments on the best damn bookkeeping brand and our logos. Shout out to
Joel.
What's the guy's name? Joel, man. He freaking crushed it with
Joel,
the logos and stuff. I kind of want to see what he has to say about our best damn bookkeeping brand, home service happy hour brand. We'll see what he thinks.
We'll see later. Yeah.
So I got him on tonight, and I'm sure we'll have some fun. I know that. Probably learn a thing or two, I reckon. All right, man. Jai, you the man. Business nerds, you guys know what to do. Work smarter and harder. Go earn some pride. See you tonight. Yeah, what Mike said. Drink a beer, go fishing, golfing, make some money in your spare time. Nailed it.
Yep.
Peace out.